What's going on, guys? It is Murdering here, back with another Raid Shadow Legends. As everyone probably knows, we currently have a 10 times event. Lyssandra is part of that 10 times event. I'm going to show you one of the most incredible builds you can possibly do with Lyssandra. I'll go over her kit a little bit. This isn't really a champion spotlight. It's more of a for fun showcase on what you can actually do. I'm kind of revisiting a concept with Lyssandra that I've gone over in the past, and it's a lot of fun after figuring something like this out. So let me just clear that sparring pit and we will get right into it. So you're probably going to be aiming for Lyssandra. If you are in fact going for this 10 times, she is one of the most promising champions that is being available. She has an awesome speed aura. She has an A3 that increases speed, lowers the turn meter, boosts your turn meter, really good against enemy Valkyries and counteracting the passive there. We have an A2 that fully depletes the enemy's turn meter. We have an A1 that transfers all debuffs, cannot be resisted, goes straight through block debuff, so that's also very strong. And the one thing that I figured out a long time ago, I did include it in a video, but I really wanted to show how cool this is. Lyssandra does a ton of damage. I'm sure some people have noticed, giving her your best speed gear with like crit rate gloves, and she's just doing awesome damage. So what I did was I built her with full damage, and I want to show you what she can actually do in the arena. It's actually a lot of fun to watch, so let's look for a decent team here. I already went over this on stream a little bit, but definitely wanted to bring it to YouTube just to show you guys how cool this actually can be. So we're going to be running 4 turn meter boosters against this team here. Let's see how we do. Double Arbiter boosting the turn meter to make sure we get a chance. And we'll decrease it, and Sylar is also good. She's kind of like a budget Lyssandra. So this is without any defense down, any weaken. Let's see the kind of damage we can get on someone like a Relic Keeper. 85,000 damage. Insane, like absolutely insane. We don't really know if the Helm Smasher proc there. She is using Helm Smasher, so let's kind of throw this on auto and watch this magnificent team do its work here. And obviously on auto, the first move Lyssandra will use is that A3, which does no damage, which is kind of why I like playing it on auto a bit. And she is obviously weak affinity to those, but 20,000 weak hit, that's definitely with Helm Smasher. That's a lot of damage. So I don't think she's going to get a chance to go again. Let's see. It's possible. We have a weaken on it now. No, she decided to use the A3, so that was Lyssandra there doing absolute work. And while it is cool, nothing too crazy there. Let's find another legendary team. Okay, so we have this team here. Let's take her out and let's throw in someone like... Let's go for a Dracomorph to see what we can do with defense down and weaken being applied. And he is in my vault somewhere. I guess we can just go to recently used first. There he is. Okay. Double Arbiter, Dracomorph, Lyssandra being the damage dealer. Let's get this rolling. I think we're probably going to hit Mountain King first, because he has a ton of health, and we should be able to see a pretty decent number based on that. So we'll go ahead and put this to 1 times speed. Click on that A2, click on Mountain King. 172,000 damage. Now we'll put this on auto here. Start cycling through. She's going to get revived. Or he's going to get revived. Not that we're assuming genders on the Mountain King. We can call it an it for now if we want to. 55,000 A1 from Lyssandra. It's really a ton of fun to watch. And for our last team, let's go ahead and refresh the page. Why not? Of course, we get an even worse page there. This one doesn't seem too bad. We don't want to face a Torment because we don't have the ideal team for that. Let's go against... I guess we can do defense lead with the Mountain King. And we'll go for... I'm not sure if we've seen a Helm Smasher proc yet. It did say ignore defense. However, it could be the cruel gear that Lyssandra is in fact wearing. Alright, we got an extra turn. We don't want to do too much damage, so let's kill the blue champions, since that's weak affinity. And once again, we will hit our Mountain King. Let's see what damage we get. 178,000 again, so I'm assuming that's without Helm Smasher, so we could be looking at up to a 240,000 damage crit from a support champion Lyssandra. I'll show you the gear after. She does have really good gear on, so definitely keep that in mind. And obviously it's full offensive masteries as well. So let's take a look at our Lyssandra here. She's currently running with 4,800 attack, 137 speed because we don't care, 100% crit, 265 crit damage, which is rather difficult since we have the weak crit damage being the 50% threshold instead of 63. Obviously 13% crit damage would help me out a little bit. For masteries, we're running Helm Smasher in our typical one-shot build here, and now the only thing left to do is head straight over to Dragon. Dragon 20 is not the proper affinity, so we can head into Ice Golem, give Lyssandra a chance. Let's do that. Go with an attack aura, Dracomorph, and finally, why not throw a... You know what, let's make this really interesting, and let's use Gerptuck Mossbeard. Let's use Bad El Khazar, and really, yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to really see how much damage Lyssandra is going to do here. I've actually never done this, so I'm going to be curious. Hopefully it's speed tuned properly, where she is going last. So she doesn't have Stoke to Fury on her, so she is going to lose out there. However, she's still going to get the bonus from the initial damage. Oh, the buff was cleansed. I totally forgot about that. They should be in the reversed order. Oh well, we'll still see how hard she hits with just the Bad El aura. Let's go ahead and target Dracomorph's younger brother. 217,000, awesome damage. And now that we know that's a thing, let's go ahead and change around Gerptuck and Bad El Khazar. See if we can get them rolling here. Gerptuck is 291 speed. So we're just going to remove his boots. Hopefully that's going to be enough. Equalize this. And just to make sure, we'll remove the... Okay, 20 speed from the cloak. That should be plenty. 226 compared to Bad El, who is not fast enough. So he's also missing a piece of gear. Always glad to catch these things early on. Let's give him any speed shield since we can't have a speed set here. Speed as much as we can possibly find. 17. And still not going to be enough, so we're taking yet again another piece of gear off of our buddy Gerptuck Mossbeard. And once we take this shield off, that's actually a really good shield. Everything is going to come full circle now. Let's head straight back into the Ice Golem and see just how much damage the A2, and we'll test the A1 since we have everything sorted now as far as the order goes. So we'll start with attack up, defense down, weaken on all of the champions, poison for the increased damage. Now we get Gerptuck's increased damage here, turn meter boost again, and once again we'll hit Dracomorph's younger brother. 298,000 damage. Absolutely insane. It really is. So the A1 here, hopefully we don't kill everybody. I don't think we're going to. We'll just burn this A1 here. Turn meter boost again. Defense down and weaken. Alright, please get a turn, Lyssandra. Okay. Now let's see what the A1 does against this champion right in front of here. We'll put it back to 1x speed. 182,000 damage on the A1. Support champion, by the way. So, Lyssandra, if you don't know, obviously this isn't how anyone in their right mind would ever build this champion. This was simply for fun, but this kind of goes to my main point of support champions. A lot of them do have kind of like hidden multipliers that are very high. So finding speed here is always going to be the goal, making them as fast as possible. If you are speed tuning them and you have some leeway in how much speed they can have, try looking for crit rate gloves. As much crit damage doesn't really matter. You can definitely get away with it on the neck piece, but overall it's going to be a lot of fun, and I actually wonder if I can complete this run here or if I'm going to die. I've never actually tried this. Let's see, is this a viable team? No, my revivers are dead. Yeah, what a train wreck. But back to my main point, Lyssandra does a ton of damage. I don't think Arbiter does quite as much damage as this. She can definitely do damage. I do run my Arbiter, my fast Arbiter at least, with crit rate gloves like I was saying, but something to look forward to. That extra damage can actually save you in arena, in progression, whatever content you are in fact doing. So keep this in mind. If you have pulled Lyssandra, congratulations during this 10 times, but Lyssandra, other turn meter boosters, focus on that crit rate because it can add up and help you out in the end. And I have to say, Lyssandra's probably the most surprising champion that I've seen that can do that much damage. Now, this is one of the few champions where usually when I do spotlight videos, I use my best gear, and people say anyone in that gear could do that amount of damage. I can tell you right now for a fact, not everybody can do the amount of damage Lyssandra's doing. I know damage dealing, attack based champions that cannot do the amount of single target damage we just saw from the Lyssandra there, being just under 300,000 damage. Let's just think about that for a second on a support turn meter booster. All things to consider. Overall, this was a lot of fun and a really fun video to make, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And that is going to wrap this up. Were you surprised she hit this hard? Were you actually watching my YouTube when I first showed Lyssandra in damage dealing gear? Obviously it's much better this time around. What other champions have you noticed that don't really fit the role but also hit hard? I know I've tried Duchess and Clan Boss and showed Duchess hitting for 40,000 to 45,000 each A1 in the Clan Boss, so that was really cool. So give me your feedback, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget, if you like this content, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and like this video, and I will see you all in my next upload.